Take a look at this page from a mathematics textbook. It features strict diagrams and precise word problems designed to deliver exact facts. But what actually separates an instructional manual like this from a creative story or a performance? Now, examine this musician performing for a crowd. This represents an entirely different approach to sharing information. Here, oral traditions like songs, poetry, and storytelling act as a vibrant, living memory for a culture. While a science or math book gives us objective data to memorize, a novel or a play relies on creativity to reflect human life. It captures our complex emotions and explores how our societies actually operate. When we classify a text as literature, we are looking for that imaginative use of language. It relies on words deliberately chosen to mirror reality, educate the reader, and entertain. Let's map out exactly what literature is. At its core, it is a multi-dimensional concept. It branches into 5 areas: creative language, mirroring society, expressing emotion, functioning as art, and educating. While broad, your schedule structures it into the subject literature in English to study within a classroom. Take a look at this portrait of William Shakespeare. Writers like him helped define literature as a mirror of society. Through human imagination, authors capture and reflect how people relate to their environment across different eras in history. This artistic expression relies on language to reflect the complexities of our shared social reality. By combining imagination with observation, writers turn human experience into a structured work of art. We can divide literature into 2 primary forms. The first is oral literature. Look at this group of seated elders. Long before books were printed, composed songs, stories, and poems were transmitted entirely through the spoken word, passed down from one generation to the next. Oral literature has 3 subgenres: oral prose, like folktales, oral poetry, like chants, and oral drama, seen in storytelling. The second classification is written literature, relying on artistic written expression. It includes subgenres like novels, short stories, biographies, essays, and poetry. Here we see early tools of written literary art, a quill and rolled parchment scrolls. Over centuries, texts recorded with tools like these have preserved human thought, proving that written words hold profound historical and artistic value. Oral chants, songs, and dramas hold the same status as printed books. Each form provides a foundational way to document our collective history, regardless of whether the words are spoken or written. Why produce literature? Let's map its 8 functions. It provides entertainment, quality education, and connects us globally. It exposes human realities, broadens awareness of life's uncertainties, and reveals the power of language. It transmits cultural norms and equips learners with communication skills for career opportunities. When you combine all these functions, you see literature's ultimate purpose. It is an information-oriented art that imbues people with critical knowledge, transforming our vision of the world into a shared, interconnected experience. Now it's time to put these definitions to the test. Look at these 4 examples: a mechanical manual, a traditional annoncé story, a snippet of a drama sketch, and a legal leaflet. Take a moment to decide which of these are literary and which are not. If we apply our definitions, the split becomes clear. The manual and the law leaflet are purely factual and structural. They deliver direct instruction. The annoncé story and the drama sketch use imaginative language to explore societal ideas, placing them firmly in the literary category. Look closely at those literary texts. You can categorize them further based on how they are meant to be experienced. Are they designed to be silently read, recited aloud as poetry, or acted out on a stage? You determine this by identifying the specific characters, their roles, and the settings described within the text. That is the definitive test. The presence of characters, a defined setting, and creatively expressed societal issues separates a true literary work from standard information delivery. Before we finish, look at this summary cheat sheet and ask yourself a question. Of all the functions we've discussed today, which one do you believe is most critical to modern society? Is it the ability to educate, entertain, or inform? Let's review our core takeaways. We defined literature as a creative art and a mirror of society. We divided it into 2 primary types, oral and written, and we mapped out its diverse functions, from transmitting cultural norms to providing entertainment. As you go through your day, Observe the stories, songs, and plays around you. Notice how they creatively reflect the reality of the people who made them. This concludes today's lesson. See you in the next class.